And tonight's Gator Unbox is something we've done in the past. In fact, I got a couple of got the bags right here. Got some vintage Cracker Jack prizes. We've opened some before. These are from around the turn of the millennium. I think these are 2003. And I think these are all from the same damn set. So we'll open a couple of these. But the real moneymaker is what's in this bag right here. Because these are actually ones that are literally from like the early 90s and the 80s and things like that. These are proper, like, you know, vintage. This is just vintage by almost literal definition of the term. So these are the original flat pack prizes, and these are figurines of some kind. But we've opened up some of these before in the past, and that's why I know most of these are figurines, and most of the good stuff is going to be in here. So we're gonna save those for, you know, later on in the unbox, because I'd like to start with a couple from inside this bag. I mean, you never know. I think we kept opening these up because we kept getting like the same one. We kept getting like a green horse with a suction cup. It was a horse that was what's it called when a horse stands up on its hind legs? There is a specific one-word term for that. Anyways, it was a horse doing that, and it was like a little suction cup thing, and it was just, and we got like 3 of them, and I hated it, and but we also did get a couple of figurines of the Cracker Jack dog, Buddy, doing like a cartwheel, but he was in 2 different stages of a cartwheel, so we kind of got dupes, but we didn't get dupes. So here's what the packaging looks like. I'm trying to find it where it's not. I mean, this is the weird kind of bulging one. Was it? No, it's not printed on the back. Gosh darn it. Can I hold it straight? It says Toy Surprise. Guess what's inside? What is inside? The fact that I may have guessed it correctly means, I mean, I can feel the backing card, and I God damn it, that's the suction cup right there. It's not a Kickstarter pen. If it was a Kickstarter pen from Your Level Sucks, I'd actually be more enthused to open it, but it's not. It's gonna be, it's the dog again. It's Buddy. Thankfully, it's not the horse. We've actually gotten one of these already, though, so unfortunately we're treading into territory of dupes that we've already got one of. Buddy here has just enough paint to cover this side of his head and like 2 dots on the back of the figurine that nobody's ever going to see, and his eyes. However, if I turn him right ways up, you'll notice they did not bother to paint his mouth. They didn't put a little dot of red or a little dot of pink there. And if you look even more closely, which I don't even know if this camera is going to get to that resolution, he's holding some Cracker Jacks. And they couldn't be asked to paint that red. I mean, Cracker Jack boxes are, you know, I think they're red. They're either red and white striped like the prize pack, or they're just red. But in either case, I find the paint on this to be very strange, especially that they would paint the back of the figurine. I mean, you can't blame them. I guess they're not skimping on quality, but then they don't paint his mouth, and his mouth is right there on the front of the figurine. Hey, who cares about dogs not doing handstands? You could probably teach a dog to do a handstand. I bet you could. You go on America's Got Talent, show it off. It looks like there is a copyright year on his leg. I think it was kind of hard to read. And I think this might even be upside down. But what is that? Yeah, that is upside down. Anyways, basically what you do is you just, you lick the bottom of it, and then you just go, just like that. And theoretically, he'll just hold. Like, no, he's not. Well, he kind of is. Will he stick on the bit sign? Yes, he will. He will stick on the bits. Oh my! Okay. I'm gonna take him off before he falls off the bit sign and destroys it. So he doesn't stick to the table, but will he stick to the front of my mobile phone? Yes. No. Okay. So you can't use him as one of those little popper things that you stick on the back of your phone and use it to. What are those even used for? Are those used so people can like prop it up and hold their phone, or hold their phone without their hands touching the edges of their stupid ass Samsung that has the screen that wraps around to the edge and it's like activating shit. I don't know. I'm not a smartphone aficionado. I have like 2 apps on my phone that I use, and one of them tells me where the fuck I'm going. Unfortunately, these all came from the same seller, and I think the seller knew ahead of time to like feel the packaging and grouped them all together because they all came from the same set. Either that, or they just bought a lot of Cracker Jack over the course of like 2 months and never opened any of the toys. And then they just, like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing that weirds me out is, because people collect Cracker Jack prizes. I know if you look up on eBay back in like the 40s and 50s and things like that, even the Great Depression era, they would put little charms or little like pewter cars or like one army man inside the prize thing, and those little charms and like figurines, those have genuine value. People do actually deal and trade in those, but that was that was some of the early stuff on eBay. Like these, who the fuck hung on to these and never opened them? This was from like the 80s. Who in fact, I think I posed this question the last time we opened some of these. I'm like, who just eats the Cracker Jack and then doesn't open the prize? That's the only reason why you put up with the fucking Cracker Jack and all that shit getting stuck in your teeth, is because you want to see what you get. If it's just the popcorn and peanuts you want, just fucking buy some Fiddle Faddle. Oh, good. It's another dog. Is the dog's name Buddy or is his name Bingo? I think Dr. Surgeon Guy just said his name was Bingo. I swear to God, I thought his name was Buddy. I don't know, but I would almost say this is the Cracker Jack dog T-posing to assert dominance. However, he does have his leg up, so he is asserting dominance both in the meme way and in the way that most canines know how, which is to piss on something. So you set him up like, if this cola can was a fire hydrant, he's asserting his dominance by T-posing and also peeing on my drink. So I'm gonna move him away from that so that's not the case. Out of these two so far, I gotta say the T-pose one is funnier just because it's the T-pose meme. I mean, at least we got 2 dogs. At least they're 2 different dogs. He also could be doing the YMCA, but I don't know what letter this is supposed to be. Next one. Hey, I think it's the Cracker Jack guy. Yeah. Holy shit. Did we get one? We didn't get one of these last time, did we? No, we got a bunch of dogs and horses. This dude, man, look at this jolly son of a bitch. We're just gonna look at his face. This is the face of a man who has seen no troubles in his life whatsoever. And he's also holding a box of Cracker Jack. This time it's a blue box. It's just part of the mold. I guess they just didn't paint him, but they painted his hands. Again, they went through the trouble of painting his... There's a name for the little thing that he's wearing around, this thing. But they couldn't just be like, they couldn't just put one little dot there, but they painted his hands and all that. Actually, I actually really like this one from a figurine standpoint, just because, I mean, let me focus back on this. This was a prize you got from a bag of candied popcorn and peanuts that probably cost you about 50 cents. So I don't know how much like the production of the box cost, and then the food stuff inside of it, and the packaging and shipping it, and there was still enough money left over to give you something like this. I mean, this is, I'm sure it doesn't stick worth a shit to anything. Like, was it, I mean, it sticks to the table, it sticks to the card it came on, but, I mean, this is a pretty damn good figure. In terms of the sculpt, the paint, his eyes aren't, like, all the way over here. Like, none of these figurines are fucked up looking. Like, which just goes to show you that Cracker Jack, even when they're deviating from what they used to do, even when they deviated from that, they still knew what the hell they were doing. These days, however, they don't... Oh, he won't stand up. Well, maybe he will. He's gonna land on the dog. These days, however, actually, I came to class prepared this time. These days, the prizes you get are little stickers like this that say "Step up to the plate," and they're all baseball themed. But I think we actually a few weeks ago played some games on like the Cracker Jack online arcade, and they were all terrible. So their toys really fell from grace. I feel like right now with these figurines, we really are looking at like the last hurrah of good Cracker Jack toys, prizes. I don't really remember what came after these, and I don't remember when they started putting these stickers in as prizes instead, but I know it's to keep costs low, because you could buy 3 boxes of Cracker Jack for $1, and each of those 3 boxes has a sticker in it. So, but then you can also buy a big bag of Cracker Jack for like $1.49, and it's just one big ass. It's like a big bag of Cracker Jacks, and this is still the prize they put in there. You get a sticker. So I'm thinking, like, if it's the stickers you want, just keep buying the 3 for $1 thing. I feel like if you buy the bigger bag of Cracker Jack shit, you ought to get a better prize. But whatever, I'm not in charge. Who even makes Cracker Jack? Hey, where's my phone? Who makes Cracker Jack?
Frito-Lay. According to Wikipedia, the Cracker Jack brand has been owned and marketed by Frito-Lay since 1997.
Well, there's your problem. Alright, one more. And, yeah, these all came from the same set. I don't remember how much I paid for these, but I'm going to keep an eye out for more like this for whenever we do future unboxing videos for, like, vintage Cracker Jack prizes, because this is where the real treasure is. These figurines are neat and all, but they're, like, a little too new, and the fact that I got a sack of, like, 15 of them is like, that's more than enough. Hey, we got a horse! We got a different horse. In the same pose as the other horse, except this one's red and not green. Okay. It's non-copyright infringing Pokey from Gumby. Now this horse is not enjoying Cracker Jack, although the little sash that it has on its back, instead of a saddle, has the Cracker Jack iconography on it. I will admit, when I first pulled this out of the package, I did not realize that this was its other leg from this side just being pulled back. I pulled this out and I was like, that better be sprue and not spoo. Anyways, I think this is how we determined how old these were, because the other side of the sash has all of the pertinent copyright information. Can we find out? 2000! So these are from the turn of the millennium. And it's I can't, like, what sucks is that my vision is so bad that I really do need to use, like, the monitor to read this. I can see the 2000, but it's like distributed by JGI, and I guess that's an abbreviation for Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't know, but we got a green horse, and now we got a red horse to go with it. In fact, do I have the others? I think I just threw them in the drawer over here. Hell yeah! Oh yeah! Hell yeah! We do. We've got some of these I've given away. to other people. Is that all of them? Here's all of the ones we got. We got the dog, and he's actually making a slightly different pose. So we do have 3 different dogs. We did get a sailor last time. So I've already got one of the Cracker Jack man. He seemed new to me, and then yeah, now we've got 2 green horses, and they're actually not in the same exact pose as the red horse. The red horse is pulling one of its front legs back. It's a completely different mold. His head is also slightly raised. That's such a stupid, tiny little change to make. It looks like they're all like investigating a murder or something. Like they're looking at a dead guy, wondering what the hell what the hell happened. Now they're having a fist fight. Now they're fighting, and then all the dogs and horses are cheering them on. It's like a fucking scene from a furry convention or something. You got all the dogs on one side, all the horse guys on the other side, and then you just have 2 fucking socially maladjusted assholes just fighting in a hotel lobby over some fucking Fifi LaFume fan art. Hell, I don't know. So, anyways, let me separate the ones that we've already opened so I don't get them confused and conflated with all the new ones. If I had to pick a favorite, well, this guy was going to be my favorite, but apparently we've already opened one of him before. And I'm convinced that he was probably my favorite last time. So, he's not my favorite this time. I'm just going to pick the horse. I'm going to pick the horse because I actually like this pose more than just the regular rearing up on its hind legs. That's the word I was thinking of earlier, rearing. I couldn't remember that. So, there's, yeah. It's just a horse doing horse things. And this one also just doesn't really want to stand up or stick to anything all that well. But, you know, for what they are, I'm not sure how much a thing of Cracker Jack ran you back in the day. And these packages are suspiciously clean. Like, it feels like they were never even in anything. Like, if you look at these ones, we're going to open some of these in just a second. If you look at these, you can tell there's kind of stains on some of them. From like the caramel, because these were literally just dropped in with the food. So some of them are stained because of the sugar that they were packaged in with, but there's no residue on any of these. So it's kind of weird. Maybe Frito-Lay was trying something new, because maybe they thought it would like it would seep through and damage the whatever. But these are 30 years old and they're still fine. We've got 7 of them. I say let's pick 3. And this one's gonna get my pick because it has a slightly smaller text than the others. And I'm gonna pick this one purely because it actually, if I focus on it, it has all 3 of these Toy Surprise. All 3 of the circles are on there, and they're not like cut off and interrupted. So the little snipper at the factory that like separates these hit this one just right. That's what we got a perfect aim. And then I'm just gonna grab one from the bottom row. So I'm just actually, you know what? Here, let's ask Google for help again. Give me a number between 1 and 4.
1.
It rolled a ball. Hang on. It rolled a ball. Can we do it? Watch.
67.
Okay, well that goes outside of the boundaries of 1 and 4, but the first one was 1, so that means we're going to take this one. And these 4 I am going to put back in the bag for next time. There. Maybe maybe that's the better YouTube thumbnail. I don't know. Anyways, let's just start with this top one. So these are Due to the small size, Cracker Jack toys not intended for children under 3 years, and they just printed that a million times. Growing up, you know, these are the Cracker Jack prizes I remember. These bags that have bulky figurines inside of them. No, that's not. I mean, that's only from the year 2000. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I was a toddler in the year 2000, but I mean, I was old enough to just really not give a shit about Cracker Jack toys at that age. So these, in fact, you can actually see through the bottom, so I can kind of already tell what that one is. I didn't get a good enough look at it. I would save these for my trading card thing collection, but it's actually really hard to open these without destroying the paper. So let's see if it looks like this one, the glue is just rotted. So this one might be a keeper. Yes. There we go. Okay. Well, here we'll take a look at what it is. It is a collectible fun shiny sticker. Peel off and apply to bike, book, and even clothes, but not on furniture or walls, from Cracker Jack. Used to be owned by Borden. What's funny is that, okay, the first thing I noticed, they lead in with the word bike, which kind of hints you off as to the era that this is from. Secondly, when it says don't put it on furniture or walls, that reminds me of the Your Level Sucks collection that I'm editing right now, where I talked about all of the Mario and Yoshi stickers that I had, and I stuck one on the doorknob to my bedroom, like right on the center of the doorknob, and my parents got angry at me for that because they specifically told me do not put any of the stickers on the walls or anything like that. So, just having a flashback to 30 years ago right here. So if I peel it up real nice, and it seems like it's kind of stuck, so I don't want to. It also left a weird like black residue on it, so that's empty. And our shiny sticker is, oh dude, it's still shiny, still radical. Oh my god, that's shiny. Take a look at that star. I mean, that's, I guess, on a technicality, that's the sun, but I mean, that's pretty fucking badass. Is the whole thing a sticker, or is it just the? No, it's just the shape. It's just the shape. It's not a square sticker. I can feel the edge of it right there. I'm not gonna peel this off and put it on anything, by the way. I'm keeping this just the way it is to go with the rest of my collection of like Cracker Jack stuff. Normally, if this was like a Super Mario Wonder Ball when it was like a Yoshi sticker, I'd slap it on the back of my hand and just bullshit. But no, I actually hang on to these. So this is fucking baller. Like this is just a sticker. This is a foil sticker, and I already like it more than these things over here. Now I know how to save. I mean, this one's, it's all stained and brown. It's got some poop stains on it, but that's alright. This one is... What the hell? Is it a... Okay, well, this warrants further investigation. I think it's a... Oh, I think it's a temporary tattoo? Of some... Because down here it says this side up. If I flip it over, transfer fun. Remove film, transfer fun. Remove film. Hang on. Place it correct side up on any paper surface. Use designs to decorate letters, notebooks, etc. by rubbing pen or pencil over them completely. Use color bar for rainbow effects by writing or drawing over it several times. Do not use on walls or furniture. Okay. So when they gave us the star, it was more of an advisory, but not on furniture or walls. This one, they fucking busted out the caps lock for that. So actually, what this is this is neither a sticker nor a window cling. I would demonstrate it, but I don't want to burn it up. Well, let's see if I mean, do I have it's not going to work on this. This is too glossy. Do I have regular paper here? Do I have anything that's normal in this shit? Here, I've got the back of this cola card we used for something. So, oh man, okay. So I'm gonna use the edge of that color bar, and the way that these things work. Wait, no, I'm doing this wrong, because this is the wrong side of it. The transfer's on this side. Shit. So this really isn't gonna work. Fuck. Okay. There's no way I can get this to work without completely destroying the piece. But essentially, it's not sticky on the other side. It's on a sheet of really thin plastic or something like that, and you lay it down, and when you rub a pencil over it, it'll transfer this decal onto the paper, or like whatever it is. When I was younger, I remember at where was it? It was at like an art supply store. They used to sell alphabets that were basically transfers, and it was just sets of letters that you could buy and lay them out, and they were transparent, so you could see, you know, if you measured things out and did a line. They were basically used for like graphic designers back when graphic designers still used pen and paper to design things and do lettering with. They were a quick way for artists to make mock-ups, and you could lay them out and, you know, scratch off a letter, you know, G, and then move it around and put the A, line up the A, scratch off the A, and then have, you know, Gatorbox there, and use that as part of a way is to make like a proof of concept of like a design or like a building or something like that, if you were doing graphic design. And then if the client was happy with this paper mock-up, then it would take you forever to recreate that in a computer because they were slow as hell back then. My paper. Okay, so inside this Cracker Jack prize envelope is the new magic window. What? Oh! Oh! Okay, I know what this is. Okay, here, check this out. Look. This is, if it'll focus, the new magic window. For solution, remove magic window, proper noun, then use with the other side. Be a quiz whiz. Who was the first man to reach the North Pole? Who was the first man to reach the South Pole? Well, we all know the first answer is Santa Claus. But the way that this works is that this, if I peel on this, oh man, oh no, I think it's like, oh shit, yeah, look, the glue that, it's like fused to the paper. Does it? Oh, that doesn't come off. Hang on. Can I peel from the bottom and look? Some of these prizes are too old that they won't. Does it go from this? No, it's not going to go from that corner. Wait. Maybe from the middle? Oh, shit. That's really... Oh, that's really hairy. But anyway, you can see that the answers down there are printed in red. So, can I peel it up enough so we can see an answer? North Pole. Here we go. First man to reach the North Pole, Robert E. Perry, and the South Pole was Roald Amundsen. And that's the answer to the trivia question. But since it's printed in red, when you lay the red film on top of it, it disappears. This is actually the same way that the game Outburst functions. You pull out an answer card that's got printing on it, but it's covered in this mess of red. And then when you put the answer card inside the reader, suddenly you can read all the answers to the questions, and then tick off the ones that people get correct. I mean, if this was printed in blue, it would have the same effect. And then it tells you to peel the whole thing off. It says which one is the clown's favorite balloon. It's none of the ones he's holding, but if we zoom in on the balloons, you can kind of see that there's actually, well, if it'll focus, you can kind of see that there's one back there that has like a big smiley face on it. So when you lay the red film down on top of this, the red cancels out the other red, but it enhances the blue that's been printed there. And I have no idea why the camera's gone out of focus. Can we put it back into focus here? Hello? Hello? The show's down here, camera. I spent $100 on you, this piece of shit. There we go. Out of these vintage ones, though, if I had to pick a favorite from the vintage set, I would probably I'd probably have to go with God, this is so weird because this is 3 different things. There's a foil sticker, there's a color transfer, and then there's that goofy thing you do with the, you know, peeling off the magic window sticker and, you know, using it to, because you can basically write in red pen and stuff like that, and then put this on top of it and it'll cover it up and do other goofy shit like that. So I'm not really sure I could pick a favorite, because when I was a kid, these are all things that I would have just gone crazy over. But you can't compare them to any of the other things, because, like, this is its own little thing. This is a paper transfer. This is a sticker that you put on something. This one is more serious about not putting it on furniture than this one is. That's really about it. But I guess maybe the sticker is my favorite, just because I think it's held up the best over all these years. It's still shiny as hell. I'm sure I can get it to, yeah, just completely blind you. If you were sitting right, you know, next to me, you would probably tell me to stop doing that. But I just think it's cool. I would love to see what other designs exist for this. And I don't know. Hopefully you guys like Cracker Jack stuff as much as I do. So, I mean, because I would like to seek out some more of these. And plus, I've got 4 more vintage ones that I haven't opened, and, you know, 4 more of these guys over here that I have opened. So, you know, there's that. Anyways, that's going to do it for this. I think this is the second time we've opened up some vintage Cracker Jack prizes. I got just enough left over to do one more in the future sometime. So, hopefully you enjoyed the trip down memory lane. I'm pretty sure these probably evoked more memories for a lot of you viewers than those, but I really don't want to talk too much shit, because given what these are, given that these were some of the last, like, proper prizes that were given away with Cracker Jacks, these are not that bad, especially considering the history of toys that you used to get with Cracker Jack. I mean, you used to get Charms and Army Men and little cars and stuff like that. Then they went to flat stuff because it was cheap, and, you know, then they went back to, you know, they went above and beyond. They gave you pretty big figurines instead of, you know, the little Army Men they used to give you were like half the size of this, and they were kind of flats. They would fit inside the thing. This is a pretty chunky figurine, and, you know, now they give you crappy stickers and not these kind of stickers. So, you know, maybe one of these days Cracker Jack will come around and they'll start putting little trinkets and things, little charms back inside the snacks. That'd be a neat thing for them to do. Hopefully they, you know, if they can find someone that can do it cheap enough, maybe they can. Hell, I'll sell them 2 boxes for 99 cents instead of 3 for 99 cents if that's what it takes to make Cracker Jack great again. But, you know, if it was 2 for $1 and you got a better prize, I would probably start buying Cracker Jack again just so I could see what kind of cool stuff I would get. Because I don't buy it now because I know that I'm just going to be disappointed. I mean, I know for a while they've been doing stickers that is prints of their old art, but for the longest time it was all like baseball teams and shit. And I get that Cracker Jack is tied to baseball, and like none of these prizes are baseball themed in the slightest. But I really don't think anyone for like a good 60 or 75 years, all of the prizes you got from Cracker Jack were not basketball were not baseball related. So I don't know why they just started giving a shit all of a sudden. It might have been for their 100-year celebration is when they started going back to their roots. But that's enough doing that. It's time to bring this stuff back. Okay, you guys, let's do that.
Hey, thanks for checking out Gatorbox on YouTube. We really appreciate it. If you like what you saw and you want to kick around with us live, follow us on Twitch because we do this several times during the week. And if you want to support this channel, you can do so by subscribing right here on YouTube, following or subscribing over on Twitch, or even making a pledge on Patreon. Your support over the years has been tremendous. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video right here on Gatorbox.